Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to the channel. And if you're new here, after the video, I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. But let's get into the video. The WBC Yankees. Today is just going to be about, celebrating WBC season. Obviously, I got my Team USA jersey with the 99 on the back. But overall, what does it mean to the Yankees that are participating in the 2026 WBC this year? So when it comes to the notable Yankees players in the tournament this year, obviously we got Aaron Judge representing USA, Paul Goldschmidt, David Bednar, Ryan Yarbrough, and then representing the Dominican Republic, we got Austin Wells. That one's still a very interesting one. I know his mom has the association, so he was able to contribute to the team. We got Ahmed Rosario, Camilo Doval, and then for Great Britain, we got Jazz. And then for Puerto Rico, we got Fernando Cruz, Elmer Rodriguez, and then lastly for Panama, we got Jose Caballero. So as you see for the 2026 WBC, there's a lot of Yankees participation. Obviously the Yankees over the years, or just overall for the history of the Yankees as far as, in the modern era, the Yankees have always been an international team, whether that's from Puerto Rico, Panama, Venezuela, all the Latin American countries are usually represented on the Yankees. I think the Yankees really does a very good job recruiting in those Latin American countries. Obviously baseball is their number one. A lot of talented Latin American players have come through the league, whether that's with the Yankees or not, and have made a very big contribution. So I think overall the Yankees, they are very represented well, and you can see it definitely within the WBC participation. Now, when it comes to the WBC, what does it really mean to the players? So I would say for Aaron Judge, obviously, there's been an interview where he was talking about why he wanted to participate this year. And actually, he wanted to participate in the last one in 2023. But obviously, he was coming off the free agency with the Yankees. So he really wanted to dedicate his time to making sure he was right for the team. But as far as for Aaron Judge, it's basically like a redemption for the team. Obviously, in 2023, the United States lost to Japan in the championship. Obviously, we had the very big at-bat, Trout versus Ohtani, and Japan came out on top. So the U.S. really has a chip on their shoulder this year to really maintain baseball relevance and baseball power. And Aaron Judge really is going hand in hand when it comes to that, bringing the relevance and bringing the championship back to the United States. The game has gone very global. Obviously, baseball is a United States sport that was created, but the game has been learned over many cultures, and a lot of other countries are very, very talented, and we see that in the MLB. Now, obviously, Paul Goldschmidt, he's a returning player to the U.S. David Bednar, I can't really remember if he's pitched or not for the team, and then Ryan Yarbrough was a very late pickup to the team, but it's good to see another Yankee on the U.S. team. Now, when it comes to the DR, Austin Wells, obviously, he was recruited by the DR because they really needed some catching help, and Austin Wells is a very talented catcher. Ahmed Rosario, he's going to be a good guy that's going to play a few positions for the DR and give them flexibility. Camilo Doval, obviously our flamethrower out of the bullpen. He's really going to shut things down towards the end of the games for that team. So that's obviously going to be really good to see him in that role as well. Now, obviously for Great Britain, Jazz, he's going to be doing Jazz things. And we don't really know how far Great Britain is going to go. I can't really name any notable other players on their teams. I think Aroldis Chapman is pitching for them from what I understand, but other than that, I can't really name too many other players on the team. Puerto Rico, obviously we're going to have Fernando Cruz, Elmer Rodriguez, so I think it should be good to see Elmer Rodriguez in a little more action. Fernando Cruz with that nasty splitter, but Puerto Rico is very injury plagued right now, with the insurance problems. And then Panama, Jose Caballero, should be good to see him get some more time out there. I don't know what position they're really going to play him in, but hopefully we see him at shortstop so we can get a realistic preview of what he's going to do when he comes back to the Yankees during the season. Now, injury concerns and innings limitations for the team. Obviously, injury concerns are always a big question mark when it comes to the 2026 WBC or just the WBC in general. We've seen very notable stars get hurt during the WBC. Obviously, we saw Edwin Diaz get hurt in the last WBC. When celebrating, he basically blew out his knee. So a lot of managers and executives really don't feel the greatest when it comes to WBC because it is injury risk. So that really has gone into placing limitations on certain players. So like the pitchers, there are innings limitations on some, even most of the pitchers. It just kind of depends on the capacity that they're going to be used. Like starting pitchers, I think Paul Skeens, who is on the United States team, is only going to pitch one game. And I'm sure that's going to come with innings limitations, whether that's 4 or 5 innings. He's not going to be pitching 7, 8, or 9 innings in that game. Obviously, he has a season to pitch, but he's going to contribute. So that's also been a thing for the WBC as far as limiting some of the players and the way that they're going about within the game. Now, when it comes to the WBC insurance issues, obviously the Yankees are participating on a very high level, so there's no real limitations there. But other teams around the league, such as the Mets or specifically Puerto Rico has really been plagued with a lot of insurance issues because some of the players have had some minor lingering injuries or have had surgeries during the offseason. And the team and the league doesn't really want to insure them against if they do get hurt in the WBC. Now something that they had to come out of pocket for and pay them their full salary for the entire year. So there's been definitely some insurance issues, and the WBC is going to look a little lighter for some of the other teams. Obviously not for the Dominican Republic, Japan, and the United States, but Venezuela and Puerto Rico are some of the notable ones that are being really affected by that. But as far as the Yankees players, they're in full pursuit playing for the WBC and representing their country, so it's really good to see. Now, what does it mean for the 2026 Yankees after the WBC? What do we hope to see? Obviously, the WBC is going to have them in more of a mid-season shape. Obviously, playing in the spring training games is more of a preseason. You're going about 70-75% effort. You know, some games may be a little higher than that, but the WBC is going to be high intensity. You're going to be playing against MLB players or international players. So you're really going to be able to see some of the skill sets, and you're really going to be seeing very high levels of play overall. So it's going to be good to see that good competition this early before the season. Obviously in 2023, that was a very, very popular WBC, and all the games are very intense. They all came down to the wire, especially in the Final Four, and we hope to see the same. So when it comes to the Yankees that are going to be in the tournament, it should be good to see them kind of towards mid-season form. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Are you excited for the 2026 WBC? What country are you looking to support, or what country do you represent? And are you going to be rooting for the Yankees players no matter what country they represent? Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for the United States with Aaron Judge, but I'm also going to be rooting for some of the other countries too that are sporting our players. So let me know what you think down below, and hope to see you in the next video. Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville.